just, oh, it's wedged in there tight against these other two pieces of wood. You can see right there, so that's not going anywhere. Wow, it's tight. So that's not just laid on there, it's like pressure compacted into it. Let me see if this unit shakes up here. Oh, that is tight, it's not going anywhere. So it's October, going to head up this hill to an area that may be squatchy, not far from the road here. We have a few hunters out here. I'll try not to get shot. It's the weekend, early October, so everybody and their dog is out here probably, but we'll see what we find. Something went careening through there. I would assume most certainly a elk or something. Fortunately, I didn't get much of it on film and video. Something pretty sizable. It sounded bigger than a small deer. My guess is it was a four-legged animal, though. It went careening through there for a while. I couldn't flip this on in time. You might have heard the very tail end, but probably not. This is kind of interesting. Alright. Yeah, I can see some hoof prints around here. Nice, cool place. Protect from the sun. Yeah, I can see some things that are bedded around here. I can see a lot of packed down dirt. Kind of weird though. You have these pieces of pine boughs that are kind of spread around. I wasn't expecting to see that. Let's look at the end of them. Looks like they're broken off. I don't see any clear prints. There's stuff dug around and I don't know. Okay, so there's clearly some looks like elk feces. So it's probably an elk. That I guess sounds about right for what the noise was. But it took off pretty fast. Well, keep going here. I'll leave this on for a moment. And of course I fall down. So watch out for the underbrush. All the sticks piled up. There's a lot of stuff around here. So this, I guess I can say it's Payson Canyon. I mentioned where I'm at, partially because, again, like I said before, a lot of it's burnt up. This area did not, though. This part, it's right on the edge of it, though. And what you hear is sounds like a motorcycle on the road that goes up Payson Canyon. Let me see. There it is. Again, I don't see clear prints. Definitely indentions and dirt that's kicked up and loose. You have a big tree shoving that Y. The root ball is up. That is weird. Got this broken timber on each side. That's broken on that side. And this side violently broken. Looks like the other end of it's there, broke off. But you have this kind of root ball thing up that way and goes down there. I don't know. That can just fall that way. I don't know. It's really pretty heavy. I'd say that's about a foot diameter, maybe more. Put my hand up there just to give us some sense of scale, I guess. I have the biggest hand. It's kind of a medium-sized hand. What's that? Is that that's weird. Is that what shaga looks like? The mushroom? I don't know. It's on a pine here. Or the fungus? I don't know what that is. People can tell me if they want. Here's a X, lean, tall trees. Pretty rough country right here as far as navigating through this wood. Pretty typical as far as squatchy areas are concerned. Yeah. Interesting area. The reason I'm checking this out, if you remember a few videos back, had an area that Rio suggested I check out, or somebody check out, but I live closest. And I checked it out and it didn't disappoint, really. At least I didn't think. Tough to know if all the structures were, the one structure was human-made or not. But this is another area which I didn't have a chance to check out. And so I have a little time, so I'm doing that today. It's kind of interesting over there. Let me see if I can get through this. see the same way. Unfortunately, I can't see well on the screen. I need to get the updated version of this. The Osmo Pocket 3 has a bigger screen, so that's problematic. Sometimes I'll think I have in this angle what I want, but when you factor in the brightness of the sun and everything, I can't see the screen that well. So this, I'm looking for prints down here. Okay, this right here is interesting. That's what I was looking at. You have these that are shoved neatly in this Y, just, hairpin or whatever you want to call it, just wedged in there. And you got this one that looks like it grew there. And this one that's intersecting these two, and then this one that's laid on top right there, which obviously did not grow there, because the small branch part is right down there. It's just it's wedged in there tight against these other two pieces of wood. You can see right there, so that's not going anywhere. Wow, it's tight. So that's not just laid on there, it's like pressure compacted into it. Let me see if this even shakes up here. No, that is tight. It's not going anywhere at all. Wow. So that is interesting. I don't frankly see how that gets pushed, like almost pressed into place with like a one of those presses you have in a shop. That kind of pressure just shoved into, engineered so it's tightly in place there. And it doesn't naturally fall that way. I'll take a quick photo from this angle. And it's funny, the one that's wedged into place, it has one coming protruding straight down, so that kind of also helps support it because that sticks right into the ground. And it's wedged into place here, and also here, a third point right there, like I showed you, tried to shake it loose. And then you got another branch from it that touches the ground over here as well. So that's the wedge one is 1, 2, 3 branches coming down. Sorry if this seems kind of boring, but I'm just trying to do this one a little more detail because it's this one I don't know how to explain that it just fell into place, arranged itself as you see it right there. I don't know, maybe a human, but I don't see a human normally doing that. I'm just saying, not nature, gravity doesn't account for it. Okay, I'll do a quick photo. Well, I guess I'll turn this off. I'll just bet if I run across something that goes crashing through the forest again like earlier, this will probably be turned off. But anyway, here we go. Well, I can see lots of things that are in here. I think these are hoof prints, but it's not well defined. Everything's been stopped multiple times, and just, at least for me, and I'm not a tracker. So I'm coming up at the top of this hill. You can see all the down timber The trees above are still alive. I'll give you a quick shot up there. Well, not all of them are alive, but most of them are. Anyway, kind of a, I don't know, I guess this could be kind of a lookout area. Again, you see all the kicked up, a lot of things moving through here. Looks like big hoofed animals, big elk. I don't think there are moose in this particular part of the Wasatch, although there are plenty of moose in some areas. I don't believe they're in this exact region. At least I've never seen them. Yeah, a lot of things just going back up and down this hill all the time. Unfortunately, my talking probably isn't helping with being stealthy, but trying not to huff and puff, but it's kind of a challenge. Well, that's definitely human. Piece of rebar and kind of a little hole. I don't know what the hole's about. There's no current sign of fire having been there. Maybe some hunters could be out here at certain times of year. Maybe it's a property marker. I don't know. It's pretty much, I think, forest land out here, though. So I doubt that. Some sort of boundary marker, perhaps. Probably not. But this is pretty much the top of the hill. Maybe some crazy amateur prospectors were digging around at the top of the hill. I don't know. Most of the rock in this area, though, is sedimentary, which isn't very good for finding, gold or anything, precious metals or anything, any metals for that matter. But anyway, just kind of rambling. I guess this would be an acceptable camp spot compared to what I just walked through. I do see, it looks like lots of, if you look closely, well, I'm not sure, it's kind of weird, it's almost circular imprints. So, it's kind of weird. I was just about to say it looks like there are a lot of hoof marks, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Maybe those are hoof marks, but it's kind of weird to me. I'll just kind of walk around this. It's almost like somebody tamped down the thing over there, some tool to like hide prints, or who knows? Probably not, but I'm just trying to think outside the box on the fly here. Yeah, there's nothing much to report here. I'll turn this off for now, but there are quite a lot of leans right over here, not far from the rebar. This would probably make a pretty good spot to camp, doing some squatching sometime, but anyway, alright. Oh, that's really interesting as well. Look at all that. Got, what, 4 branches or something going that way than this other one. Let me see if they're separated. I'm assuming maybe at least one of them is the same tree. No, they're all different. That is weird. Let me see if I can show them here. I got this one, that one, 2 more over here. So they all go up that way and intersect. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's for me that's a bit much to be natural. Well, then this is a super well-worn game trail. Look at that. It's like a game trail highway. Probably because this is almost the military crest in a sense. I mean, the top of the hill I'd say is right over there. And it kind of drops off right down there. And we got this game trail. It's fairly flat, but it leans a little that way. And we got this marker by the game trail. All interesting. I'm not gonna say Sasquatch has its fingerprints all over it, but I'm not gonna say they don't either, so take a photo here. Big X there. So we're going down a slightly different way, but just look at all those leans down there. Hopefully you can see those. Just everywhere. A lot of it, I guess, could be natural. Maybe I actually came up this way. I'm going down, but it's hard for me to tell. Everything is hard to tell when you're coming from different angles at things. This place would be creepy at night, I bet. This is right in the middle of the day, the sunniest part of the day. kind of weird how you got the X right there, and then this thing's that's still growing is shoved up, you know, just in between there. And you got all this debris stacked up. That's a little bit much as well. You got like how many trees kind of stacked on top of each other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get on the other side here if I can get around it. Yeah, bit much. This is just packed down tight. Again, not a lot of definition. I do see a few vague, maybe hoof prints, but they just packed down so tight I can't show much more definition. There's areas that are looser. Oh, that's kind of weird. Let's see. It goes like. Can't really see it probably. Probably just multiple hooves. I don't know. Just not defined. Not well defined. Luckily, in most of these mountain areas, well, not a lot of them, it's tough to get that lost because you start in the lower elevation, then you head up to a hill or mountain or whatever. As long as you're going down when you're heading out, you can get to basically the right area where you run into a trail or road or some, area where you know where to head out from there. Still, you can get turned around. You have to pay attention. If you're going way out in the lower, you need GPS and whatever backup you have. Let me turn this off. Alright, out of the squatchiness, back into the kind of aspen area. Where it was up in the dark area up there with the pines. Just heading back to the road where I kind of pulled over on the side of the road, a little bitty place where you could